MMA-holes, 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 MMA-holes. Like to be a mixed martial asshole. MMA-holes, 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 MMA-holes.
Welcome to the MMA-HOLES live broadcast. We talk MMA the fans' way. Here's your host, Chris.
Yo, 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 yo. MMA-HOLES. What's going on? We're here. We're live. We're on a Thursday night. We were supposed to be Wednesday, but that didn't happen. So now we're here on a Thursday night. That's right, Thursday night. How is everyone today? Everyone good? I'm good. I'm alive. I'm ready for some MMA hole fun. We have some people calling in, Johnny and Jay. So let me do a recap of what happened last night. Last night was a complete disaster. Okay. Last night was not fun nor funny. I had the hangouts going. I had a couple of guests down below hanging out over there with us. And I could not hear any of their audio. No audio at all. It was just basically mouths moving. I was talking. They were talking. None of us could hear each other. But on YouTube, everyone could hear everything. So it was like a cruel joke that YouTube was playing on us. That's okay. That's fine. But now we are here. We are live. And we're hoping that this stream goes nice and smooth. Smooth. I'm putting up our YouTube page now so I could chat with you guys. If you look at the live chat section over there, you could talk to us, the MMA-HOLES. We say hi, we say hello, we laugh, we giggle, and we talk about the latest in MMA news. YouTube page now so I could chat with you guys. You could talk to us, the MMA. Whoa. I heard myself talking to myself. We stopped that. We stop it all. So here we are. Hello, friends. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Let me make sure everyone's got the link. Here we go. Okay. John says, haven't gotten it yet. That's all right. I sent it up there. So what I'm going to do is in the chat room also, I am going to throw our Hangouts link into the chat so you guys can jump in too. Why not? We could laugh, we could sing, we could dance. Think. There we go. In the chat. Let's see. I'm here. So the chat should be somewhere over here or somewhere down here. Regardless, you look and you'll see a link. You could click on that link if you have Google Hangouts. You could come in. You could say hello. Your face pops up on the bottom. You're like, hello, look at me. Here I am. Silly. Okay, let's see. Checking in on John. Okay, we're going to I put it in the live chat box as well. Okay. We even text live. You could even watch me text. That's how crazy this show is. Crazy stuff. So we have a whole bunch of things, breaking news and all this crazy stuff with MMA, gossip. And I'm going to start this one off on a crazy note. Now, I'm a big Conor McGregor fan. You could call me a fanboy. You could call me what you will. But I was right about Conor McGregor. This guy comes in to the UFC with a crazy buzz. Excuse me. He has all of Ireland surrounding him, backing him, charging through into that octagon, running over people. And each time this guy fought, people doubted him. Many people doubted him. But he grew a bigger and bigger fan base each time with each victory, which finishing people with that quick tongue of his, lashing into the microphone and just going off on his opponents. must see TV. And he literally, you could say, some say he's talked his way into a title, but the guy's done pretty well. He puts every fight that this guy fights is an amazingly exciting fight. And he leaves it all out there. So you got to give it to him. If you like him, if you hate him, that's all good with me. But as long as you know that this guy goes out there and he tries to finish people and he tries to make it an exciting, fun fight to watch. And that's all we could basically ask for as MMA fans. So with that being said, there's a new player in town. A new player. Any guesses? Well, he's not from Ireland. He's actually from the UK. Oh. Hey, we got Johnny. Hey, Johnny.
What's up? What's up? Can you hear me?
You know what? I actually hear you, John. This is like, it's a beautiful day.
I was actually going to do the whole.
that would have been, I would have started crying. Actually, real quick, when I started this thing up, Hangouts froze. It completely just crashed on me. And all you see is the little thing buffering and spinning. And I'm like, beep, 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 beep. All those curses coming out. I restarted the computer with like a minute left. We got the show started live, and here we are.
You should have vomited.
Yeah, I had a meltdown. I'm not gonna lie. I had a little bit of a nervous breakdown and a meltdown, but everything's fine. I have my coffee, like a crazy animal that I am.
Yeah, me too. I got my coffee too.
Yeah, when people are watching during the live fights, you know, I douse my sorrows in scotch, and then I have to take a week off, and then we start again. Well, at least I start again. So what's going on?
Not much.
Very good.
I see a lot going on in the MMA world. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, so basically, I started off the show with the guy I actually texted you earlier about, Paddy Pimblett. Okay. First of all,
you're obsessed with the Irish guys. It's starting to worry me.
Well, he's English. He's a British lad. He's a lad. Well, no, he's not a lad. That's Irish.
I thought I read that he was Irish, but I didn't really read up too much.
Yeah, well, I think he might be Irish, but I know he's from England and he's repping the British crew, and he's basically following in the same formula as my boy Connor. And I just went in the beginning of the show. I went in on a whole little rant on how much I love Connor. He's my favorite.
Yeah,
in a nutshell.
I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm a big fan of his, but if Dana White doesn't put him on the New York card, this card could really suck.
Yeah, that could be a problem. But before we get to that, I'm going to jump over. Check this out. Check. Hold on. I'm going through. I have a million things opened on my screen right now. I am all over the place. Where is he? Where'd he go? Oh, here he is. Okay. So I'm going to pull up this lad. Okay. Where is he? I'm going to pull up this guy. I don't know if you got to see this guy's stats, but he's pretty impressive. Okay. There we go. And Google Hangouts. Okay. Here we are. Oh, good. It's not pulling up his stats. Why not? They don't like him.
Was this the guy? This guy you were talking about?
Yeah, I have his page over here. Let's see. This is not him. This is Dustin Poirier.
Dustin still drew on his tits from last week. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's last week.
I have his stats here. But it wouldn't be a show without some technical difficulties.
It's all right.
Okay. Here we go.
Well,
I'm gonna put him in. Patty, the bad boy. Okay, John, you have something to say?
Did you read the last thing? That looks like Miss Rousey will be back in December, on December 30th. She's pretty much close to finalizing a deal to fight Nunez.
Yes. UFC 207, they're saying?
Yes. The Las Vegas one on December 30th. It looks like they're very close to a deal.
Yeah, UFC 207. I think that looks like a done deal. That definitely looks like a done deal. And honestly, I kind of think that's a great freaking matchup between the two of those girls.
Oh, I like it. And well, even if Alvarez fights the Russian kid, and I'm not even going to begin to try to pronounce his name.
Nurmagomedov?
Yeah. that's a good one in early December. But us being New Yorkers, what are we getting? What kind of main event are we getting at this point?
Man, I'm like intrigued. I'm intrigued by this whole drama that's going on with UFC 205, because I have a feeling they're not going to let what happened at UFC 200 happen again. I think.
Oh, they really can't. I agree.
Yeah, they're going to have an ace in the hole save the day, and I don't know if it's McGregor. I kind of hope it's not McGregor. Working.
I thought Cormier, but by now I thought they would have.
Yo, guess who showed up?
Hey.
Whoa! What is this guy doing here?
Take it easy. I was doing my closet. I'm still not done.
So that's
I need to know. I need to know what's going on.
I always said you were in the closet.
No, take it easy. We don't talk like that.
It's good to hear your voices.
I just want to know what's the latest gossip in the MMA world.
Well, Jay.
Ronda Rousey, December 30th. You just missed it.
Who?
So Jay,
Who?
real quick, exactly who? Ronda
Rousey died.
She almost did at her own hands.
Here's the thing. Okay, I'm going to put a little scenario for you. Ronda Rousey comes back. She immediately goes for that belt. Now, I know we're going to have two different opinions here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to each side and see what you guys think, because Ronda Rousey is going to be fighting for that belt. Does she get the belt back, or does she go crying home? Okay, we're going to start off with John.
I got to be honest with you, and it's not because I'm a Rousey fan, even though I am. I still don't think anybody is in her class besides Holly Holm. I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, Holly, you called her 2 years ago before she even stepped foot. But you knew she'd give her a problem. I don't think there's anybody else in that weight class that will give her a problem. I think Ronda's going to pretty much trounce through everybody and hope she doesn't face Holly again.
Okay, so Jay, what do you think about that?
You see, I'm not a big Ronda Rousey fan. Can't stand her. I think she's going to lose, or if she does win, it's going to be close, and they're going to say, "Oh, it's ring rust." You know what I mean? I think she's afraid of losing again.
So she
has the talent to beat everybody, but I think it's just like the Roy Jones thing.
Jay, I agree with that.
He was kicking everybody's ass.
Oh, Jay's face froze. Look at his face. His face.
Yeah, I can see it. It's right here.
There he is. Look, he's stuck. That's a very good picture too. Let's see if I can put it on the screen. Let's see. There's Jay.
So I'm agreeing with Jay on the ring rust thing, but I think a person that's afraid is much more dangerous. I think she'll go after this girl, and I think she might break her arm as opposed to just giving her an armbar. Big thing, yeah, I think so, and I think it's going to be because she's on such a higher level than most people. It's not going to matter.
Yeah, I agree with you, John. I'm thinking, and not just because I want to see it come back and do good. I think there's not going to be ring rust with Rousey because, like you said, the division is not. It's kind of top heavy, and the champ right now, I'm not sold on. She's a very good fighter, but I'm not sold on her yet. And I mean, she has a good shot against a rusty Rousey. Why not? But Jay's still frozen over there. Poor guy. Poor guy's frozen.
Well,
but
on that note, I'm going to tell you my main reason with the whole, and this has nothing to do with Rousey. Nunez, in my opinion, only beat Tate because Tate did not take the fight seriously. She almost didn't cut weight. She came into that fight a mess. Everything I'm reading, she wasn't ready to fight. She thought this girl was going to be an easy, layup, and that was it. So I don't know how good, like you said, this girl's good, but I don't know if she's that top tier fighter. I think she might be a little overrated because Tate wasn't ready for that fight.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat as you. Now, here's a question. I think everyone is sleeping on this Juliana Pena. I think that this girl, like everyone's talking about the big names and who's got the belt now and Ronda coming back, but Juliana Pena, I think, should be the real talk right now. The real talk.
Back.
Whoa, there he is.
No, yeah, I agree with you. And actually, the other girl, is that Russian girl that beat Home. I mean, that girl could stand and bang. You know, she's fast. I wouldn't doubt that girl making a little bit of a run at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was saying, I think it goes back to the Roy Jones thing. The guy was killing everybody. But once he got knocked down and knocked out for the first time, he was never the same. I think she's afraid to get knocked out again. That's why she's taking so long off.
So, all right. So we're split on this one. We're thinking one says that Rousey's going to come in and do her thing. And then we have another one saying that she's going to come in with ring rust. And poor Brown is going to come in and put him in his bosom.
But let me ask you this. But if you were saying she was fighting Travis Brown, yeah, I say she got this one.
Yeah, but I Travis Brown. Oh, by the way, I'm also reading that this could all be rumor, but it looks like Miesha Tate might be having a rematch with Kat Zingano.
Get it back in there.
Yeah, why won't she fight her girl Pena? Why would she fight her? She's a top dog right now. Those two should go at it. I know they're best.
They won't let her. They won't let her.
Yeah, I mean, why? I don't understand. Maybe I'm missing something here, but here we go. Here we go. Juliana Pena. It took me about 15 minutes to pull that up.
Oh, she's the Venezuelan vixen, right?
The Venezuelan vixen. This girl has been running through everybody, and no one's talking about her. This girl is gonna get the belt. It's gonna happen. It's inevitable. It
looks like Eva Mendes.
Yeah, she's got that. She's got her face all dolled up, but underneath there's a warrior. And look at Ronda Rousey in the corner over.
She's good. I heard you. I've seen her. She fought in Vegas. She's good. And no, she's not getting much screen time. Nobody talks about her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thrilled that Ronda Rousey's coming back, but we need to see more of this Pena because I think she's gonna ruffle a lot of feathers and fight your girl Miesha Tate. Why not? All right, bing, bing, bang, bada, bing, bang, boom. Let's move it on. All right.
That's enough Rousey talk. Until she signs a contract, who gives a shit, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You want her to freaking get this party going. Okay, so fight night 94. I'm gonna go backward for a second.
Wait, hold on. Did you guys talk about Cyborg? Oh, I missed that.
Did not.
No, we haven't gotten to that yet.
We'll get to Cyborg really quick. And I do want to talk about this Cyborg because Jesus Christ.
The size of a head?
Oh, that's she had like an elephantitis to the fucking face.
Freaking Cyborg. Oh,
you've seen that thing, right? She made Dominic Cruz look like a baby.
All right, so real quick, before I get into the chat about, just a quick recap on 94, I want to talk to you guys. So I've been tallying the picks, but we're a little bit all over the place. So right now, after 2 weeks, we have stats for picks, okay? But we're inconsistent because Mike didn't get to pick all his fights. And basically, you, me, and Jay, me, and John, or however you want to say it, we have numbers, but it's not consistent. I feel we should start this consistent. What do you think? Start from today. We do our picks for this weekend, run it through the end of the year, which is only a couple months away. And then whoever wins is the champion. What do you think?
I like it.
Let's spin around.
Losers has to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge in their underwear.
As we go along, we should have, we should have some penalty for the worst losses. But we'll throw Mike in. We'll have you and me. I try to get Christine in. We'll have her picks before the end of the week, and we'll have a we'll have a little wagering. Okay, I'm not gonna wipe it away because I am in the lead from the last two fights. But I want to start fair and I want to start fresh. So at the end of this, we're gonna run through the event that's coming this weekend. Only the main card. We make our picks and we start the fun. Okay. With that being said,
can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
I think that a pay-per-view, we should choose the whole main card. I think fight nights, I think we should just do main and co-main.
So you want just 2 fights for the fight nights, huh?
For the fight nights, because when you start getting deeper into these main cards, it's really on a fight night. You're not really dealing with known fighters. You're dealing with kind of up and comers, and it's really a crapshoot at that point. I think because your co-main, your main are always legit fights. So I think, my opinion, if you guys want to do the whole thing, we'll do the whole 5. But I think for fight nights, we do just the co-main and the main, and then pay-per-views. I think we should do the whole main card.
Well, it gets tricky. It gets tricky because Sometimes there's 3 fights that are fantastic. Sometimes there's 1 fight that's fantastic that are known fighters. Sometimes it's the whole.
Yeah, you're right. Because I mean, this one you got Nelson and Silva, you got Barao and Nova. Yeah, you got 3 legitimate fights in this one.
Mhm.
But sometimes it's really like
Felder.
top
Hold on.
heavy.
Felder. Don't forget Felder. He's the ginger. You can't leave him out of that.
Yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah, but
All right, so let's just start it this way. Let's just start the whole card just for now.
all right.
We could even doors are closing. Slamming doors. Shh, we have a guest.
Tell Sandra we can see her.
I'm waiting for the closet to fall down upstairs.
Is that the closet you put up?
Oh yeah, best ever.
That closet will stay up. The rest of the house will fall down.
That would make for a good broadcast right now.
Again, just so you know.
The whole house. Oh, hey,
Jay
look.
seems to get frozen, but
I'm so excited to talk about all this MMA stuff.
Yeah, number 1 MMA.
You gone.
From this view, it looks like you're grabbing your boobs, Sandra. Just so you know, it's like you're squeezing
I'm
them.
holding the iPad.
You know what we'll do? When we're making our
Okay.
picks, have Sandra do a random pick. She'll probably get them all right. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's stop being.
Why? She's watched the UFC on her birthday for the last 5 years. I mean, she's got to know somebody.
Isn't it great how every weekend
It's the greatest birthday gift ever, guys.
that keeps on giving? All right.
All right, Jay. Now kick her out of the room and close the door.
She's gone.
Okay, boom, bang, bang. All right, here we go. We're gonna go through the fights real quick from last week. We started off.
Oh, last week.
Yeah, we're gonna go real quick. The Skelly fight. I don't know if did you guys catch up on the fights at all? Jay, did you catch up or?
I watched them all.
Okay, Jason, were you involved?
Wait, no. Which site was it? UFC Fight Night. How do I get that?
Well, it's on the screen. Is it too small for you to see?
Yeah, no. I got my iPad. I was just gonna look at it without looking at that.
So you could just Google
UFC.com.
94, UFC.com.
I got you.
All right. And while you're doing that, I'm going to just start off this discussion about this fight. It's a couple days past, and I'm still reeling about some of the things, but I'm going to go real quick through this. Okay, so I'm going to pull this up over here. Okay, Skelly Blanco. Johnny, how freaking quick was this finish over here with the Skelly Blanco?
What, the Skelly Blanco?
Yeah.
Yo, the guy Blanco almost died, man. That guy was fucked up. Did you see that?
It was insane. Like I felt like I blinked and then just people are rolling around. Boom, stop. Fight's over. Freaking nuts.
How is it that this fight lasted 15 seconds and for some reason Blanco got 10 seconds worth of control? The only control he had was 13 pushing his legs up to his neck so he wouldn't die.
I love how it says.
Yeah, that was unreal. Didn't I win
strikes.
that one?
What's that?
No, I lost that one.
I actually have all the stats if you want to know. The Skelly fight. I picked Skelly. Jay picked Skelly. John picked Skelly. Mike picked Blanco. So we were across the board on Skelly. We all started off hot except for Mike. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Okay.
I know the back end. I got my ass kicked.
Wait, okay. This guy, Islam, I was totally feeling this guy. I wasn't feeling the fight. The fight was a piece of dung, an absolute piece of dung.
Agreed. And I thought Wade was going to run away with that because he fought really good his last few fights. But yeah, that was the most boring fight I've ever seen.
Yeah, Wade is a good fighter. He's a very good fighter, strong. But man, it was such a snoozer. This fight, it was bad. Everyone across the board picked Wade. He's the known fighter. I picked this Russian guy just because he's Russian.
You're right, but let's look at the stats, bro. I mean, you're talking more control, more total strikes. I mean, down the list, how the fuck did Wade lose this fight?
Well, we're gonna figure that out right now. All right. So you look at the first round. Definitely Wade won it, without a doubt. Wade won that round.
Mm-hmm.
Things start to change a little when you go into the second round over here. I don't know if you could see. Now the control switched. Total strikes, everything significant takedown, and Wade has him in the. So we got a split fight over here. And when I was calling it live,
agreed.
we were on the same page. Okay, now we went down to the third round, and if you look at the third round, completely lopsided. Islam just dominated the third rounds. So it went the decision, but it wasn't a fun one to watch. But Islam did what he had to do.
I gotta be honest with you. That's exactly what my problem with the fight was. I think I was fucking snoozing off during the fight. It just wasn't impressing me.
Do the fight.
And I thought Wade was going to put up a nice fight.
Fight sucked. I was in the beginning when they were on the ground. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, they're advancing, they're doing this and that, and then it just. I mean, Islam basically did what he had to do to win that fight. All right, we're gonna move on. Okay, so this one here, I don't know if you guys saw this. Okay, when I was looking at the stats, they don't have the stats here. They just have the whole fight. Anyway, Robertson. The only reason why I didn't pick Robertson is because it said he had no legs. He had 0% legs. So I picked the guy with the legs, and that was Roan Carnero, and it worked. It worked that way. This fight was another sucky one, I thought, at least. Decision, you look through the stats, and it wasn't like controversial. Roan won that fight. We're going to move on. Dunham Glenn. This one I was a little shocked about, this fight here.
I like Dunham in that fight. I really did.
Yeah, Dunham was a great pick because Glenn had no UFC experience. And when I was looking at the stats, it looked like he was going to make a good debut, but he was a tough guy. It was a fun fight to watch, the way these guys were.
Yo, yeah, something.
But yeah, if you scroll through real quick, it was dominated by Dunham, and then the last round was so much fun. So much freaking fun, man. That last round when they were just swinging the last like 30 seconds.
Yeah. The kid Glenn, I give him props. I mean, he was taking shots. He kept coming. You know, Dunham could have punched himself out of that fight. That's how many shots that kid took. I mean, look at it. Significant strikes, 85. He took 85 shots and didn't go down. Yeah, the first rounds, the beating that he was taking, it was unbelievable. But for his first fight to come out of this and Chris, go to all. I want to see what the total significant strikes was.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, it was a dominant. Wow. I mean, a total. Yeah, it was a domination. Dunham was. I'm
just giving him credit. He took 144 shots and he kept coming.
Yeah. So what I was saying during the live broadcast, the thing I liked about Glenn was, hey, he went in. It was his first fight. And, he just showed heart. I kind of wish that CM Punk, I know he's not an MMA fighter, but I kind of wish he went in there, even getting dominated. I kind of wish that he went in there and showed that heart that Glenn showed. That's the difference between WWE and UFC.
Yeah, well, the problem is they're not used to really fighting.
And they really punch in MMA.
You're right. That is correct. So now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this fight, okay? We're going to go to this Hall Brunson. I actually listened to Brunson's interview on Ariel Helwani's show. Guy seems like a real cool dude, like a good guy. So
it's already scheduled to fight again. You see that?
What's that?
You got scheduled to fight already again.
Who, Brunson?
Pretty sure I saw something today about him already scheduling a fight.
Oh, I hope so. I mean, the guy barely took any damage from that fight. The thing that bothered me about that fight, I mean, granted, Brunson, he won fair and square, but that stoppage,
the quick stoppage, very quick stoppage,
real suspect. And we've seen Hall get rocked, and then come back and win. We've seen him do that. So I kind of wish that went a little bit longer. And I'm a Hall fanboy, but
when was the last time he fought? It's been so long.
Yeah, it's been a while. Well, he got screwed over with the whole Anderson Silva thing, and I don't know why his name wasn't thrown in the hat with guys like Cormier and stuff like that. He just doesn't get that. I don't know if he's well liked in the organization. He's a head case. So
I would have much rather see him fight Cormier than.
This guy announced today.
When is that? Go ahead.
November 27th.
Oh wow! So it's gonna be a fight night.
It doesn't really say where. Oh, Melbourne.
All right, I'll be back. All right. Hang tight.
Sounds good. So.
Yeah, so he's already. That dude's already jumping back in the ring. He's ready.
I'm pumped up about that. I think the last.
I like the fact that he's getting right in there.
I think they said the last 5 fights was a finish with this guy. Hold on. Let me.
Oh yeah, he's a beast. This dude.
Let me pull up his.
I think I'm like you though. I'm a whole guy. He's predominantly local. It's hard to root against him.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy Brunson, he's something to watch.
Yeah, I'm a big Hall fanboy, but yeah, Brunson. Hold on, I'm seeing if I can pull up his stats. Let's see. There he is. Nice part in his hair. Yeah. Clean cut. 16.
I'm just saying, if I'm Michael Bisping and Rock holding them, I'd be careful with this guy on his way up. That division's real good, by the way. It doesn't get enough credit. We always hear about the lightweights but the friggin' middleweight division is loaded. If you look at if you really get in there deep.
Yeah, it's a great division because you're getting the finishes, you're getting everything, a little bit of everything in that, and like you said, there's top-notch fighters. So here we go.
Yeah, like you're talking, the top 10 is legit.
Oh wow, he beat Canero the fight before. I didn't know that. So we got, let's see, Hall, Canero, Sam Alvey. Wait, hold on. What am I pulling up the right? Hold on. Yeah.
There you are. You got them. Yeah, Brunson, Alvey, Herman.
Alvey, Derek Brunson, Laurent. Oh,
even Larkin's good. We saw that guy fought recently, didn't he? Didn't he beat the shit out of somebody recently?
Larkin is that jacked up steroid dude.
Yeah, but his last fight, didn't he just destroy somebody?
Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. No, Larkin's the dude with the bell on his head, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Larkin's the guy with the contract is up. Yeah, it looked awesome. That's right. That was him.
I think he stepped in a fight and friggin' like mauled somebody, didn't he?
Yeah, he beat. Oh, he beat man, tall, lanky. I like this guy too.
I know what you're saying. We both. I think we actually thought the other guy was going to win the fight, and Larkin like destroyed him.
This is gonna kill me. With the guy with the ears, black dude, tall guy, thin, from the Ultimate Fighter, Magny.
Yes. Well, yeah, exactly. We thought we were hard after Magny on that fight.
Yeah, that was a shocker. That was a shocker. Okay, let's go to the main event right now. Now, speaking of shockers, I mean, how surprised were you with this one?
I was surprised. All right, here's the thing. I can't say surprised because Johnson's a good fighter. Did I think Poirier was going to win the fight? Absolutely. Absolutely. Never thought a second that would have happened. Only because Johnson, he didn't look great against Diaz. Well, Diaz looked great, but, the guy came off a pretty good beating Diaz gave him, which then stuck his foot in his mouth. So I'm talking shit about Diaz, who beat you, which I love that. I always love when somebody talks shit about somebody who just beat you. Call me a Jones. Anyway.
That's cheap shot. That's cheap shot. That's cheap shot.
Little shot.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Cormier is not a liked person. He's not a liked person lately. I don't know why, but
and sad as he should be, because the guy's a stand-up dude. He's a family guy, and I don't understand why people don't like him. I don't get it.
He's like the good guy that everyone hates. So he's the bad guy and doesn't. I think everyone knows he doesn't want to be the bad guy, and they're like, we're gonna make you the bad guy, whether you like it or not. So that is what it is.
It could be. I also think it's when you hang out with those douchebags from AKA. I think it just kind of.
Yeah.
I think it kind of rubs off.
Yeah. So I mean, hanging out with Rockhold too long, I could definitely see some brain cells being squashed out of your head. Well, I used to like
it now. I have a strange feeling you're gonna see Kane fighting at UFC in New York too. I don't know who, but I have a feeling.
Verdun, you think?
See, it might be too soon, but because Verdun just fought in September, it might be too soon. But I think Kane's gonna fight on that. I don't think he's gonna wait that long to fight.
I would love to see him fight Miocic.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
I
mean, I'd take the fight in a second to watch it. I think it'd be awesome, but I don't know. I kind of feel like Miocic fight in September and in November. That's just I can't see that. Even though it was a 1-round fight, I'd love to see it, but
yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. But I would like to see that. That would be cool.
You could see that as a man. He may see him in December on the Rousey card. I wouldn't shock me if they juiced that up with a nice Miocic, either Kane or Verdun, rematch with Rousey, because they're gonna definitely, because that's another big card. I'm assuming if they're throwing her on it, they're gonna put another fight on there.
True that. All right. So Dustin Poirier. So yeah, if you really think about it, if you sit there and think about it, it probably shouldn't have been a shocker. The way Michael Johnson has performed in the past. I mean, it's just that for some reason that Diaz fight was lagging and stuck in my head. That 5-rounder where Diaz kind of scored 5 rounds. But this is a must-win fight for Michael Johnson, and he came in there and knocked the head off of Dustin Poirier.
I think me and you both were thinking Poirier was hot. And a hot streak. I thought, he's going to ride it, take out Johnson. But like you said, the guy was fighting for almost fighting for his life in this one.
It's funny. Michael Johnson said that when he came in the ring, he could feel the fear off the Dustin Poirier, and he could just sense it. And he just had it, like he had it, and he caught him with that uppercut. And man, that was some finish. I didn't like the way he handled it in the ring, but then, in hindsight, watching it back, you know, his adrenaline's going, this and that. And afterwards, he apologized to him and stuff like that. Apologized. And they're cool. But good for Michael Johnson, man. You know, that was a big win for him. So I'll give him his props.
Oh yeah. I think he's in a lot of trouble if he loses that fight.
Yeah.
I think he's a forgotten guy for a very long time if he loses.
Yeah, so now he's back in the mix and back in the fun. And I like that. Dustin Poirier, he was on a nice tear. I think he'll bounce back. He'll be okay. But you know, maybe Dustin Poirier needed that, you know, a little bit of that to get him going. So
after McGregor knocked him out, he went up a weight class. You think he's gonna go up to middleweight next?
Just keep on going. Every time he loses, it's like, oh well, let's go up. Why not? Let's go up.
Oh, well, actually, he'll go to welterweight, but whatever.
As I said, his beard is overpowering my screen right now. Oh my God, it's all over the place. I want to get it like where it takes up the whole entire screen. Like the next time you see me, we have a guest.
Well, if you gain 200 pounds, you're like Roy Nelson.
Here's the guest. Hold on, there she is. Someone just said hi. Here's Christine. Christine, you might as well turn around. You're in it.
I know. Hi.
Okay, Christine's there. She's like the Ring. Right? She looks like the Ring. Ringo. I don't know. There she is. Okay, now all we need is Maria to come in, then we have the trifecta of the wives joining the broadcast.
She's sleeping already. Come on.
Oh God. So I want to touch base.
It's 8 o'clock. Maria's sleeping.
Yeah, that's about the right time, right? Yeah, Christine will be in bed in half hour probably. Oh, she has to blow dry her hair, so maybe 45 minutes.
Yeah, me too.
It was funny. Real quick, when I was watching the Fight Night '94, one of our new subscribers, his name is Coach. I forgot the rest of it. Coach something. He'll probably pop in again, but
Coach Dobbs.
Maybe Coach Dobbs. And he was telling me how Michael Johnson has crazy eyes. It's so funny, man. Watching the dude, his eyes are scrambled, and he had those crazy eyes. They paid off. Crazy eyes. He doesn't have in the picture though.
He knocked him cold. I gotta say, the UFC is not this ever since 200. They've been on a pretty good streak with cards. Been good since. Yeah,
it's I mean, even this fight night, even though it was top heavy, it was still fun. It still gave you something to look forward to.
Every fight, I mean, besides the Wade fight, I enjoyed every fight.
Yeah, it's been good, and I think this weekend is going to be pretty good too. I think this weekend is going to be something that's going to be worth watching.
You know, it's going to disappoint us this weekend. I can tell you right off the bat. It's going to be the heavyweights. Nelson and Bigfoot is going to be the most disappointing fight. Watch. I'm saying it now. That card's going to be good, and that fight's going to disappoint us.
Yeah. When we do the picks, that's going to be a tough – dude, I was looking at it, and, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to choose. You got two guys that have just been crap in the bed. And, I don't know. We'll talk about that in
I have a feeling they're going to lay all over each other the whole fight. That's my opinion. I don't know what I'm going to pick yet, but I'm just saying, mark my words, that fight's going to wind up being a snoozer. The one that should be a bloodbath and a knockout is going to be a snoozer.
I can't even argue that. As much as I would like to, I can't even argue that one. But check this guy out. Bang, 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 bang. Here he is. I finally got him. Patty.
There he is.
Patty Pimblett. Look at this animal. Look at him. He even, may need a little doctor's Zismore. No big deal. Could clear that up. He's only 21 years old. But this is the kid, man. This is the kid I was talking about. Christine says he looks like a child. He's adorable. Look at him. So he's been talking smack. And everyone.
He looks like a freaking serial killer.
Now, Christine, she's dying to get in. You want to come in?
No.
All right, so get out. Sorry, Christine. Gotta take care of things,
I'm looking at Chris's Dropbox. Does that say hot college co-eds up there?
Where is it?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to see if we can put some good stuff on. Oh, you got this. TI Vegas.
I see Juliana Pena.
In season. Vegas. Might have to go back. But yeah, if you look at this, look at all that green. He just won a championship fight in the Cage Warriors, and he was on Ariel's show. Ariel Helwani has like the best everything, best Twitter, best podcast, everything. Got it. He's got it going on. So I like going to him.
He almost got fired. Go figure.
He's the man. That schnoz. But yeah, he had him on the show, and this kid says he has big news that's going to be coming soon, and it looks like the UFC is going to sign this kid. So, and
Oh,
he's
yeah?
talking, he's talking crazy smack already. And he's literally in the same mold as Conor McGregor. Like he's literally saying everything this guy said. He's finishing guys, TKOs, submissions, decisions, not very much. He finishes guys. So, but the only thing is, it sounds like this guy has a ground game. Like he actually has a legit ground game. So he might be more well-rounded if he's that good.
Well, I always look at guys with great ground games as a guy who probably isn't great at striking, but this kid looks like he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's got a super buzz. You know, a lot of guys come through with all these crazy buzzes, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he's the next this, he's the next that, he's the next Anderson Silva, he's the next blah blah blah." But I don't know. You know, sometimes I gotta see this kid in the octagon. Once you see one fight in the octagon, you usually know. Like a Sage Northcutt, when that kid came into the octagon, is he the best fighter ever? No, but he's got something. You know, he's got something. He's got the it factor. He's explosive.
I wonder if that fight's gonna happen.
Mickey Gall?
Mm-hmm.
I hope that happens. They say it is. Everyone says the word on the street is it's going to happen. So
they both want it. I guess it's just coming down to when and where.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the weight would be an issue. I didn't realize that Mickey Gall is 170 and Sage is 155. But Sage said that he wants to fight at 170. He says that weight cut takes a toll on him, so he wants to fight at 170. So I guess it's happening there.
Yeah, you know, I guess this whole weight cut thing is, I think it's going to start getting less and less. I think people, if you notice, people are starting to just get out of that cutting all the weight and just fighting a legit division. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
The only people that kind of screwed are the women.
I forgot who was saying it, but they got to do something about that, like boxing. Have the 5 pound. Oh, Cowboy was saying it. The 5 pound, you know, something more in there so people aren't killing themselves to get to that certain thing. But, yeah, they got to do something about that. What about, so let's move on to this, the Khabib thing and Alvarez. What do you think on this? Do you think that this is the deal, or is McGregor still in play for Alvarez? What do you say?
No, I'm telling you. Listen, here's the way I look at it. I think it's going to be Alvarez and whatever, Khabib, what you want to call it, because I think Dana White, and you know my feelings with Dana White with his ego. Not just the ego. I think he's going to make McGregor, because McGregor doesn't want to vacate the belt. He said it already. I think he's going to make McGregor fight Aldo next. I think he's going to basically force McGregor's hand. And I don't think McGregor's going to let that belt go. So I think that now the problem is that war may go on for a little while, in which they're just going to make Alvarez fight the Khabib, and they're not going to wait around for McGregor to either make up his mind. So I think there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff with McGregor and the UFC at this point.
Yeah, I have a weird feeling that McGregor's okay with defending that belt. I have a weird feeling about it. I don't feel that the stars have lined up enough for this Alvarez thing to happen. Would it be fun to watch? Yeah, it'd be fun to watch. But I don't think it's the right one for everybody. I just don't think it's the right thing right now. I think that a champ has to hold on to that belt for a couple fights at 155, because Dos Anjos was perfect. That was ready. That was ready to go. The guy's been looking great, running over people, made Cowboy look stupid. McGregor's, here I come. That would have been a great freaking fight. This Alvarez thing, Alvarez is a great fighter, but it doesn't have the juice. Like, we would watch it.
Yeah.
Would the other people watch it? Like, would just the average person be like, oh, yeah, Alvarez, he won one fight, to win the belt. Would they watch it?
No, I agree. And here's the thing. I think a lot of it is I think McGregor may not say it out loud, but he may be like, I'm not going to say I'm going up to 155, and then Alvarez suddenly gets hurt, and I'm back taking, now I got to take another fight with somebody else, and maybe I lose again and I look like an ass. Like, I think he's so worried at this point of everybody getting hurt. Like, going back to 155 is a risk again, because it goes back to the whole Dos Anjos Diaz thing. Like, oh, Alvarez gets hurt, 3 weeks before UFC 205, and suddenly McGregor is like, oh, I'm not going to fight. Who are you sending my way?
Yeah. So what do you think about what's it called? St. Pierre. What do you think about that? Like, people aren't ruling it out that McGregor might it might be a curveball, and he might just fight St. Pierre on his comeback fight. Do you think that might happen?
No. Here's my thing, because I don't know if McGregor can take St. Pierre. If St. Pierre is the old St. Pierre, and I don't think that. I think if Dana White thought for a second that St. Pierre could take McGregor, he's never going to let that fight happen. No way.
Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
Who owns your top two friggin' pay-per-view sellouts? As much as you may be pissed at the way he's acting, and maybe you want to control him a little more, you got to protect that guy. You can't throw him in there against a St. Pierre and him getting annihilated. You ruin your cash cow. As much as nobody wants to hear that because they think it's real fighting, McGregor is just too much.
No.
Hey, Jay. Yeah, so I'm kind of I'm torn on that one. Jay, I'm going to fill you in real quick. We're talking about.
Yeah, good. I got to use the men's room anyway, so talk.
Okay,
Jay.
I'll fill Jay in. So basically, what we were talking about is John has a drinking problem. And he has to pee. No. we need to
pee. Tastes better second time.
We need to give John help. I mean, this guy pees way too much, coming from the guy that pees all the time.
You ain't kidding.
So we were talking about Habib Alvarez, okay? Nagaramen, I can't say his name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I call him Habib because it's so much easier. It's a lot easier. Or people could say Khabib, but I like Habib. So Habib is a beast, and
26-0, correct?
Yeah, the guy's an animal. It looks like that's the way they're going. It looks like it's going to be Habib Alvarez, okay? So now we moved on from this, and we said Conor McGregor, okay? Where is he going to go, okay? The obvious answer
is Aldo, no? 145 Aldo, defend the belt, let's get it on.
Yeah, and I think that makes sense, and I kind of feel that McGregor thinks that makes sense as well. So I think he's on that boat. Now, let me ask you a question. I just asked John this. St. Pierre comes back. Does he fight McGregor? Curveball.
Holy shit. Doesn't St. Pierre fight at 170?
So St. Pierre fought at
170. 170.
Yeah, it was. There you go. Johnny's back. Yeah, it was 170. I had to think about it.
Yeah, because he fought Johnny Hendricks before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't think he. No, but why is McGregor going to fight him?
Money.
McGregor does not need to go back up to 170, in my opinion. I think he's got to stay away from that weight class.
170. He goes back to 170. Big mistake.
But what if they're talking like boxing money now, just playing devil's advocate? Because
that's a different story.
I honestly think that money right now might be even bigger than the gold. I think money might be the one that really pulls these fights together when it comes to Conor McGregor.
Absolutely, money talks about everything. I agree.
I'll tell you one thing though. St. Pierre give McGregor a hard time, and I'll tell you why. Because Diaz is going to stay there and punch with McGregor. St. Pierre is going to take him right to the ground. That's going to be a straight ground game.
If you got both athletes at their peak, you got to give it to St. Pierre. You have to. I mean, it's.
Yeah, he's going to take him on the ground.
Chris, let's be honest here.
It'll be over.
Does not belong at 170. The guy, even with a full camp, only got up to 168 pounds. He cannot fight at that weight. He just can't. It's just too heavy for him.
Mm-hmm. I agree. What if they do a catch weight?
He needs to stay away from that.
What if they fight at
catch weight would be nice.
A catch weight, like a 165, where they kind of meet in the middle? I don't know how far St. Pierre could cut. I don't know if he.
But look at McGregor. McGregor says he can't get his abs. He ain't fighting.
I mean, yeah. How's he gonna wash those boards? Get those washboards, you know? But
I'm just saying, like.
He's good at 155.
As much as we all like McGregor, when you have a full camp and you're only up to 168, I mean, we understood the first fight. He was fighting for 155. He had to gain a little weight to get to 170. Understandable, but a full camp with Diaz and you're only hitting 168, obviously you have no business up there at 170. Just those guys are fighting at 215.
You see, that's the thing. I think 155 is a great weight for him because 145 he looks like a skeleton. Yes. 170 he can't get his abs. So 155, he should be good.
Yeah, I agree. 155 is 100% his weight class. Now I pulled up St. Pierre real quick. I'm just looking to see if he fought at 155. I don't remember. Something tells me he might have.
I think he's too big for that.
I mean, I don't know. Let me see.
So he's kind of short, so that helps.
Mr. Van Damage. I'm looking through his stuff. I mean, all you see is win, win, win.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The problem is he's the most boring fighter in the fucking UFC.
He is what I
His
like to call.
fights are boring and drawn out.
Well, look, decision. Yo,
Yeah.
They're all decisions.
well, you have 8 straight decisions to end it.
He's a decision machine for sure,
Yeah,
especially
that's why
towards
he's
the
the
end.
most boring fighter in the UFC.
I'm trying to think. Anything? It doesn't say the weight class is over here.
Not true, because Mighty Mouse is boring as a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, God, you're right.
So now I was just looking through. I'm going to do a little research. I'm curious if McGregor, St. Pierre fought at 155 at all. Because if he has fought at 155, then you know that's where they're going to make the fight. It's just going to happen like that.
Yeah, but where? UFC when? In March?
Well, that's the thing. I was playing devil's advocate. I don't think it's going to happen. But what if they're like, Aldo's out. We're going to do a crazy super fight between McGregor and St. Pierre just for the hell of it, Which
Jay wants McGregor versus Lesnar.
Let's get it on.
Dude, that'd be hilarious. If you got Lesnar versus like a super tiny dude and watch them run around the ring together, it would be freaking. Tell me when that would make good TV.
It would, except for the fact if Lesnar catches McGregor, we'll never see him again.
So I think we're all on the same page then. We're all on the same page. It looks like McGregor Aldo, and I think that's what everyone wants right now.
And what is that, in December?
I think that fight's got to happen again. The first one, McGregor knocked him out. All kudos to him. McGregor knocks him out in 10 seconds. Then goodbye, Jose. Aldo, good night.
Yeah. Just go in there, smack him around, make him suffer for a round and a half this time instead of 13 seconds. Make him suffer. That's what I want to see. Make him suffer. Make him pay. Actually, I'm looking on the bottom of the screen right now. It looks like John and Jay are about to kiss. Looks like they're gonna make out with each other.
We are.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, let's get into some real important business right now. I got some super duper important stuff. Are you guys ready for this? Who is that? Do you guys see who?
Oh, God.
That's that old guy that you used to like, but people think he's still significant.
The battle of the old men.
Here he is, the American gangster. Chelsea.
There's a lot of red on the left-hand side.
Fine. He's promoter / fighter / steroid user, 39 years old. Almost beat the best at the best, Anderson Silva.
Well, he beat John Jones. Beat him with elbows and punches.
Well.
Yeah, but wait. He did mutilate John Jones though.
Well,
remember that toe?
Yeah. That toe didn't stand a chance.
Jones broke his foot on his head.
The one that killed me was the Rashad Evans one, man. I really wanted him to go in there, and it was terrible. That was like one of his worst. The John Jones, he's an animal, but the Rashad Evans one was like, you're killing me, dude. You're killing me. But he did
beat Bisping, so all kudos to him.
Michael Bisping knocked him, and he almost.
He's another one that's full of shit.
He really did. If he didn't make a mistake, would have beaten Anderson Silva. He just made a stupid, a spinning back fist or something stupid. He did something really dumb, and Anderson.
He wound up getting caught in like a triangle, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that what happened?
So bad.
Yeah.
Man.
That fight's on all the time.
Yeah, there was 2 chances. He had 2 chances of beating the guy in his prime, and But if you look down the list, he's got some impressive people on here. Now he's going to Bellator. What do you guys think? Bellator, Chael Sonnen.
He's fighting Ken Shamrock, I heard.
Oh my God, no, he's not.
You never know with Bellator. You never know.
No, I thought he was fighting Tito Ortiz.
He wants Tito Ortiz. He's been calling Tito Ortiz out, and Tito Ortiz is apparently is like dodging him a little bit. But he wants him.
The only way Sonnen's winning this next fight is if he fights Kimbo.
You know what? Then fight him against Rampage.
He wants Rampage. So, what's it called? Bellator is looking to do the old man tournament, the Legends tournament. Did you hear about this?
I did hear about a Legends tournament, but I didn't see any details to it.
Yeah.
Can we get a Matt Hughes in there?
So that'd be awesome. But Matt Hughes is like Mr. UFC, so I doubt that's gonna happen. And there's a lot of bad blood with Sonnen and Dana White are not getting along right now. Because
all right, but what about the Iceman? Let's get the Iceman back in there throwing the fist.
I'll take everyone. If they're still breathing, throw them in the ring, throw them in the octagon, man. Or not the octagon. What was it called in Bellator? The circle?
It's the circle of life. It's like the Lion King.
The circle gone? I don't know what shape is the Bellator cage. I think it's a circle, right? I think. Don't quote me
I've
on
watched
that.
about 5 Bellator fights, so I'm not the one to ask.
Well, now you're gonna watch 6. I'm still
watch-
watching. I watched. Did you watch Congo, Jay? Did you see that one last
I
Friday?
saw the Czech Congo.
Terrible. Oh God, it was so bad. I mean, he's 41 years old, looks fantastic, but not as a fighter. Nope, not at all.
After the Kimbo Slice Dada 5000 fight, I lost total interest.
Oh, that was bad. They both almost died.
You know, if you take away the goofy story,
One's dead.
I know.
the storylines of these old UFC guys coming in, with the exception of like Rory McDonald, but these older guys that are coming in and fighting this and that, that's just a gimmick. If you peel that stuff away, some of these fighters look really good. Like there's some fighters in Bellator.
Me and you talked about that kid Chandler. That fucking kid's good.
Oh, Chandler's
I'm surprised
awesome.
UFC hasn't tried to snag that guy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but is he good because he's fighting shit guys?
he beat the
You know
champ
what I'm
he's
saying?
good,
There's
Jay.
no talent there.
Alvarez. He beat
That
Alvarez.
kid's good. He beat Eddie Alvarez, yeah.
Yeah, he's good. No,
I like
Chandler.
King Mo. That guy's like a joke.
Yeah, well, you know what? He's like that middle guy. He looks great sometimes. He looks like crap sometimes, but he puts on a show. He's kind of like the Black Chael Sonnen. Like that's his thing. So I don't think anyone really takes him serious. You know, I don't think he's gonna leave Bellator to the UFC. That's just never gonna happen. But it is what it is, Bellator. But they have watch this Scott Coker, the guy from Strikeforce. Look what he did with Strikeforce, and he's gonna do it with Bellator. He's gonna make some good fighters.
Wouldn't doubt it.
So
I mean, Benson Henderson hasn't been much of a bonus for them yet, but
He's another fucking flop.
yeah, the UFC got rid of him just at the right time. That was like
He had a couple good fights, but then other than that, he was never good.
I think Rory McDonald might be borderline because I think he's got a lot left in him. Where he heals up, I think he's gonna be back to his old ways. He's gonna be
I like Rory McDonald. I think that's a great. The problem is he's got the personality of a stool, but as far as a fighter, he could be big for them.
Everyone's saying that Sonnen right now is the biggest sign for Bellator. Do you guys agree?
No.
No, only because of his age.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm being honest with you. I wasn't a Sonnen guy, but 5 years ago, I would have said huge signing. But 40 years old, I mean, you can't build on him. That's the problem. How long? What are you getting out of him? You get 3 fights. You get 3. You know.
They're getting both now. Now they have another person doing their marketing, hyping fights, a hype man, and they have a fighter. So it's like a 3-in-1 package that they got with him. I don't think they got him for his fighting skills, although the guy could still wrestle.
No, I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'll be back.
You need to build a guy. You need to McGregor's 29 years old. You know that's why the UFC needs him. You can't build on Anderson Silva anymore. And the guy is fantastic, one of the best fighters we've ever seen. You can't build off of the guy. Listen, maybe he'll be a big deal for them. But I don't like the whole age thing. And
I think Bellator is like a different animal. I think they have there's 2 parts of Bellator. There is like the serious part where they grow these fighters and have these like studs, and then they have the goofballs to promote the fights. So I think Bellator is literally, to me at least, MMA and the WWE smushed together. You know, with their entrance, the fireworks, and the all that crap going on. So I think for the Bellator, I think it's a good fit. For the UFC, no. Like I think it worked. The UFC apparently wanted Sonnen back, and Sonnen went the other direction for the money. So I think it's the best fit for Sonnen. I really do.
I think Sonnen knew that he wasn't going to be a big part of the UFC. He would be a big. I agree with you. Bellator is leaning more towards real fighting, WWE, and the UFC is leaning more towards boxing. It wants to be bigger than boxing, but it wants to go on kind of that direction with how big boxing was in over the years from the 50s until probably the 2000s. Boxing was fucking huge. I mean, you're talking hundreds of millions of dollars a fight. Now it's kind of dying, but yeah, I think that's where the UFC is going. They kind of they're kind of going in 2 different directions, in my opinion.
Yeah, Bellator is definitely the baby brother for sure. So I'm curious, and they're strictly regular TV. Like UFC makes all the money off of pay-per-view, and Bellator makes all their money off of advertisements on regular TV. So it's like the same but way different at the same time. So I'm curious how they could coexist with each other. It's interesting, but I got to say, it's fun to watch. It's a fun circus. It's a nice way to switch it up from the UFC, because sometimes the UFC is a little too serious with their stuff. It gets.
No, I agree with that. And not to get totally off the subject, but what do you think? Do you think the UFC will ever do what the WWE did with the channel? Like have their own exclusive channel, pay-per-views included?
I feel Fight Pass is that. I feel it is. I think that's where they're going. I think that pay-per-view is going to be a thing of the past, and everything's going to be exclusively on Fight Pass. That's what I think is going to happen.
But I think you'd have to. I agree, Fight Pass. But I'm saying, well, they'll have Fight Pass, but it'll be a regular channel. You know, not just a streaming thing.
Oh, so
although the way things are going, like the WWE has a regular channel. It's a pay-per-view channel. Like you pay $9.99 a month or whatever it is. Like that. It's not that much, but it includes everything. It includes freaking their pay-per-views, their whatever fights they got going on. Everything is included in that price.
So, I mean, it's possible. I'm curious with this deal with Fox Sports. They must be getting paid pretty well from Fox Sports or for Fox, period, to be holding on to them as long as they did. So I'm thinking, I don't know. I guess they have to find a way to generate more money with their own and not have to get the money from Fox, but they must be making a fortune off of Fox. Regular Fox?
Well, they needed Fox. You need Fox, though, because, yeah, you got your Fight Pass, but Fox should put you mainstream. You got to get the people who aren't into it, and that's what they needed Fox for. If that wasn't the case, they probably would never made the deal. They would just went straight up Fight Pass. I understand they're probably making a ton of money, but they needed Fox just to get them, into that, to the people who aren't watching, like, guys like you and Jay were watching forever, and then but you're talking about like people like novice people that are just like, oh, it's Saturday night, they got a fight night on regular Channel 5, let's turn it on. Yeah, that's what they need.
That's a good point about the grabbing that audience with Fox. I mean, yeah, people, hey, let's watch King of Queens, and boom, next thing you know, people are fighting. What is this? And next thing you know, they're hooked. So that is huge. That is huge. Not only the advertisements, they're probably making a fortune off of the ads, but they're also getting another demographic.
Yes.
And well, Bellator's kind of got that too. If you think about it with Spike, I mean, Spike is not Fox, not even near Fox, but it does have a specific audience.
I think that helps Bellator. 100% agreed.
Yeah.
When you don't have to pay for something, that brings people in. Bellator can ride that. As long as they can afford to do it, ride that out, because people who don't have to pay for it will go to you. I hate to say it, not a cheap thing. Just people hate paying $70 a month for a pay-per-view. You throw your main cards on regular TV, it'll draw people in. So,
real quick, I forgot to talk about this before. Al Iaquinta, did you see this guy? What he's doing right now?
No. I saw you sent an article. I didn't get a chance to read it.
Yeah, so Raging Al Iaquinta he's a real estate agent in Long Island. Like, he's literally working for a real estate agency right now in Long Island. He was on the card for UFC 205 in Madison Square Garden in his backyard, all pumped up, and he dropped out because he felt that he wasn't getting paid enough money, which he's probably right. He probably wasn't getting paid enough money to fight. And he's like, why am I going to get punched in the face and get injured and this and that and get treated like crap when I could be making more money doing something else? So he's pissed off and he's holding out with this thing, and he's literally selling houses in Long Island right now.
The problem with that is enough that he thinks that he's not Conor McGregor. I hate to keep bringing McGregor up. We like the guy, but hold out. That's my whole. You think the UFC cares? Oh, you're not going to fight? We'll get someone else to fight. It's not like he's a top tier guy. It's nice that he wants to get paid more, but. And I think the big downfall is, they show what these guys make. Obviously, they have to. So you see a guy like CM Punk making $500,000, and now everybody's on a rampage about that. Like, why am I? Like, even Kat Zingano was pissed off about that. She's like, I'm basically paying to fight. That's how much it costs me. And this guy comes in. Oh, by the way, I'm just going to fight one fight, and I made more money than, 99% of the people on the roster.
It's basically what he said. He said, if I lose the fight, I actually owe money. I'm actually not getting paid. Like, that's insane.
Heads and down said the same thing, yeah.
And the best part is he's ranked number 13. He's a 12-3-1. Hold on, let me pull him up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's 12-3-1. The guy's been finishing people left and right. His last fight was a little controversial, but he still won, and he always puts on a show. Yeah, he's on a 4-fight win streak. He got hurt, but he beat Joe Lozon. He beat Ross Pearson. I mean, Rodrigo Dam.
I agree. Just, the problem is that the UFC's not going to pay everybody $500,000 a fight. And when people see a guy who doesn't have any background making that from, like, listen, you're out, Ali Akinte isn't putting as many asses in the seat as CM Punk is. You got to look at both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a business, and basically, it just sucks. He said he was making more money off of before Reebok came. So basically, Reebok came in and it screwed the little guy. All the big top dogs got paid handsomely, and then you got guys like Ali Akinte, who was top 15, finishing people. On his rise up,
getting paid by sponsors, right?
And now he can't even get paid by those sponsors now. Now he's getting paid the minimum of what Reebok is paying. So that kind of sucks.
You're absolutely right about that. They said it like right after the Reebok deal. All the little guys were on a rampage on Twitter. They were all like, "This deal doesn't work for us. We're getting screwed on on the matter. We're not going to make. We got paid by our sponsors. Like Reebok doesn't pay us."
It sucks. That whole thing sucks. I don't like that part of the game. I like all the smack talk, the fighting, all that stuff. But then when you see these guys, they're making nothing for literally going out there and just beating the snot out of each other. And then if they lose, that it actually costs them money to fight. It's complete BS, man. It's so not cool. But that's their problem.
Yeah. Listen, I agree with you. I don't want to deal with that part of it. The last thing. Average Joes like me, you want to deal with people's financial problems. We got our own. We just want to see people fight. But you got to feel for the guys like him who's like, I want to put on a show, but I'm not getting paid for it. So peace. See you later. Yeah,
I hate to see guys like him like that actually try to finish people and like you said, put on a show. And then you got these other guys making way more money that just try to win by decisions. It's not cool.
Or a Punk who makes more money and just got his ass obliterated. I hate to keep bringing him up, but he's the biggest slap in the face over the last year because at least Mcgregor is putting on a show. Just using the examples, CM Punk didn't put on a show. He embarrassed himself, but he walked away with a big paycheck.
Yes, he did. Indeed. So when Jay comes back, I want to get on to the Cyborg thing. I think we lost. Like Jay is.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up in the way he went.
You think he's beating up Sandra? I think.
No, I think he probably fell asleep.
Getting frisky? Think he's getting frisky? Oh God! I had to
I think Jay's sleeping on the iPad right now.
So I'm going to show you real quick. In the beginning of the video, because I talked to Mike, and he's got to be careful with certain things he says because of job situations and stuff like that. He doesn't want to offend anyone, and. I think people by now realize, and if you're new to this, that we're goofing. When it comes to joking, we're just completely goofing around. We don't care. So what I did was I put a warning that's going to be in the beginning of our videos. So now you can see, John, I have a warning that's going to be in the beginning, and it's going to show people we're only joking around.
You spelled handsome wrong.
Did I spell handsome wrong? I could have. It's possible. And Christine Proof read it too. That's great. Well, it's backwards on my thing, so what does it say? So now it's like a backwards handsome, so I have to go back in there and check that. All right, good. Now I got to yell at my proof speller, which is Christine. She says, "Yeah, don't worry, everything's fine. Everything looks good." I got to go back into it and see what's going on.
I'm pretty sure there's a D after the HAN. I'm pretty sure.
Let's see. Handsome. Maybe. It's possible. All right, ready? Handsome. You're right, Johnny. There is
handsome.
A D.
Of a man. Good looking.
Just looking. So we're going to have to change that. See, good. That's why I keep, Christine who happens to be my wife, is a closet bad speller. At least I'm just a bad speller. Like everyone, I'm a
horrible speller.
I suck at spelling. And she pretends she's a good speller. Not very good. Not very good. Hold on 1 second.
All right, so Chris is going to beat his wife.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell at her.
I'm going to talk about Dana White for the next 5 minutes.
Okay, we're gonna bring her in. Come here. We have a lashing. We have a lashing to give you. Unfortunately, when
Christine, I'm very, very disappointed. Very disappointed.
It's unacceptable. It's completely unacceptable. I just opened the door and I feel a nice cool breeze. I'm sweating back here. I just have a little fan. You missed something. How you spell handsome?
HANSOM.
She forgot the D. There's a D in it.
Handsome.
And now I put up.
Oh.
Look at this. Oh, look at this. I have a nice warning to start the show. And handsome is in it. And it's spelled wrong. So now we're not even handsome.
Because you're not.
Yeah. With something.
You know, I get the audio to work and then I spell handsome wrong. That's all right. It's okay. So
Well,
when
I'll take the audio over handsome, just so you know.
it is nice to hear everybody. Is Jay jumping back in?
Well,
or?
besides, I think Jay fell asleep on the iPad. I think he's gone.
Hold on. Let's see if we could call him up. I want to get to our final picks. I would like to do that. And, talk a little Cyborg and then wrap this puppy up. I mean, we've been talking for an hour and 13 minutes. Sexy talk. Sexy time, sexy talk. No Dan the Man today. It's very upsetting. It's okay. Dan's been coming in on every broadcast, so I can't really kill poor Dan. He was having internet issues last night while I was having audio issues. But maybe next time, Dan. Maybe next time. So, you know what? This is what we're going to do. I say we both start finishing up about this. Let's talk about the upcoming fight. So we're not wasting your time or my time. Although everyone's probably having a great time watching us. I'm sure.
I agree. I think that people actually just are waiting for us to talk.
You know, they see two handsome men. No D.
Yeah, handsome. There's no D. We don't need a D.
Now, every time I say handsome, I'm going to say handsome. I'm going to say it so I don't spell it wrong ever again. You know who? Speaking of handsome, this is what I call an MMA-hole segue. Oh, you want to hear something here? Check this out. While we're killing some time. So I figured the times where you guys can't come in, it's just me and the guests just talking and chatting. So I thought, wouldn't it be nice if we have background music as I talk? What do you think?
Like elevator music or like real music?
This. See, like sexy, hard rock and roll in the background, but subtle.
Have Christine play the guitar.
Yeah, maybe I'll do it like in the background. She's just shredding. Legs are up in the air. Freaking. That'd be great. If Christine.
Do we find Jay or not?
What's that?
Do we find Jay or
right,
just left?
I'm going to turn the music off. We're going to shut the music down. It's distracting me. All right, we're off. Yeah, we didn't find Jay. But speaking, like I said, before I interrupted myself, speaking of handsome, let's talk about Chris Cyborg.
Oh, yeah, she's handsome, all right. That picture does her a lot of justice, actually.
Chris Cyborg. I'm going to pop in on her. Check her out. Chris Cyborg. Handsome young lady. Handsome. California. She's a Cali girl. Brazil. And I guess she fights out of California. So there she is. That's actually probably the nicest picture I've seen of her so far.
Yes. I thought the one I sent today was good.
Very, very stunning. Chris Cyborg. So Cyborg's another one. Cyborg's one of those girls that has been tearing it up all over the place. You know, the whole Ronda Rousey saga. And she's got great traps. You know, things.
Yeah.
Like, give for those traps, you know?
Well, that's because she's a dude.
If
you check it, she's got a cock.
Very well balanced. And if you scroll, you're going to see this. Well, what's this? Leslie Smith. So that was her one
That's the
loss.
girl
Huh?
that-
I was wait. Hold on.
No, that was her first fight in the UFC.
Why is it in red? I'm confusing myself. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just don't mind me. I'm just blabbing.
I think it's because it was her first fight in the
Chris
UFC.
Cyborg, 16-1-0. She's too big to basically fight in 145, but she's fighting at a catch weight this weekend. We won't talk about the outcome quite yet. But what do you think about this weight cut? She walks around at 175. She's at like 160, 165 right now, and she's got to be at 140.
She's not making a weight cut. She's gonna have to give up some purse.
Chris
If
Cyborg.
she gets down to the mid 140s, I'd be shocked. If she's at 146, 145, I'd be shocked if she made it. I mean, her weight cut's brutal, dude. I mean, they said she's way over right now.
Yeah, she's
It's not her fault. Her head's 145 pounds.
Yeah, well, with a noggin with a melon like that, I mean, that could be difficult. That could be a difficult one. And with the picture, I don't know. I pull up that picture. Let's see if I can find the picture of her and Dominic Cruz. Whoops. Here we go. Let's see.
It's on his Instagram. Hey,
Who we got there? Oh, is that Mike?
yeah, he's at like a club.
Where the hell is he?
Capace is at the club.
Where are you? Were you at the dinner? Look at that. Check it out. Check it out. What's going on?
It's like slow motion.
So what do you hold on? I don't know why they're not coming up on the screen. There they are. Whoop. Look at him.
Because he's moving around too fast.
There he is. There's Mike.
He does an MMA show.
Yeah. So what are you guys doing over there? Hola. Hola, ¿cómo está? What's going on? We got you guys on the big screen. You're live right now. You're broadcasting to millions of people. Millions of people you're broadcasting to.
He does an MMA live.
Oof.
Capace, explain this to me. Why is this broad so big?
I think it froze. I think their thing has frozen on. Whoa.
Yeah, it's good. They're in like a basement somewhere.
Yeah, and it's frozen on my poor buddy's face over here. I don't know. Okay, enough of that. Enough of that silly stuff. Nice. Thanks for jumping in, Mike. It was good seeing you. All right, everybody, settle down. I'm opening the cameras. They still there?
We still haven't found Jay, huh?
Jay is still MIA right now. All right, let's keep the show going. I don't know what Mike is doing, but that's cool. It's all right. So yeah, so Chris,
we're talking about Cyborg's weight cut.
Create like ridiculous stuff going on with that weight cut. But she says she's going to do it, and she's done it before. Now, here's my question to you, Johnny. Do you think that Cyborg is going to fight at 140 ever again?
I think that she's looking for the Rousey fight at 140. If she don't get it, I don't think so.
Yeah, oh, here they are again. All right. Hey. Yo, where's the video? I want to see the video of our DJing job. Okay, I don't think they can do us. You can wave too. Look, two hands. I got two hands and jazz hands. Woo! All right. You guys are famous.
Mike, make sure you subscribe, okay?
Yeah, tell each person at that table, subscribe. I think someone's had a couple of cocktails. What do you think?
So I can't hear you, but I want to say hello.
Good. All right. Thank you for saying hi.
Your face is definitely whacked.
Yeah, he's hardworking right now. At a dinner. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, he's frozen. Okay. Jesus. I was like, what is that noise? Who is that? What's going on here? All right, so what we're gonna do is.
Well, I seen him pop up quick. That's so.
Yeah.
I knew it was him.
I just I'm gonna kick him out. I'm gonna eject him. Thank you for coming, Mike. He's ejected. All right, there he is. See, I figured out how to eject people. Look at that.
So do you want to keep talking about the card, or do you want to start giving picks? I don't think Jay's returning. I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah, I would like to send him a text. Did you text him at all or no?
No.
All right, let me send him
Every
a
time I
text.
text him, he says, "I didn't get the text for 3 days."
We need his picks. All right, yeah, let's just do our picks. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to do some sort of stream. Maybe what we'll do here. I got an idea, guys. I got an idea. So Saturday night, it's gonna be tough to stream live. If we could pull it off, we'll pull it off. I doubt it's gonna happen because we're gonna see the nephew's first birthday party. But what I'm thinking is we're gonna find a way to watch it. There's gonna be a way, cell phone, TV somewhere. And if we do that, follow us on Facebook and we'll live stream it on Facebook. What do you think, John?
What time is the fight?
The fight, I think, is at 10. You know, it's in Brazil, though, isn't it? Right?
Yes, it is.
Fight's in Brazil.
If it's on at 10 o'clock, I think the fight will be over. I mean, I think the party will be over. So the party starts at 2, right?
Yeah, the party, yeah, it's early. So the thing is, I have to drive my aunt. I have to drive Auntie Karen. So
all right, well, just make an Uber home.
Yeah, I'll send her on her way. Yeah. Man, I do want to see the fight live. I do want to see it live. Worst possible scenario, we Facebook.
I might not even get to the. You might not even see me at the party, but I'll be watching the fight.
Why? What do you got going on?
I work till 6. I'm hoping to get out and get a shower and get there before the party. I don't know what time the party ends. I know it's 2 o'clock. It starts. I don't know what time it's ending.
Yeah, so you probably get over there just in time for the fight.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's cut the cake and cut the crap. Let's watch the fight. So we're going to leave it right now to, Facebook. We're going to Facebook Live it. Remember, go in the description, thumbs up it, like the Facebook, and you can watch us live. We'll stream it live from there. If we can pull it off, we'll do a live stream on here. But if we can't, we will see you next Wednesday. I'm going to try again next Wednesday, 9 p.m. How's that sound, Johnny? Next Wednesday, 9 p.m.?
I don't got nothing going on. I'll be there.
All right. So next Wednesday, 9 p.m., we will talk about the recap, what's going on with the gossip, all that fun stuff. With that being said, let's talk about this card this weekend, this crazy wild card, a fight night. UFC fight night. It doesn't have a number. It just says fight night. It just says Brazil.
I thought they said it was 94, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Irrelevant.
Yeah, it should be 94 was last weekend, so it would be 94, 95, I would imagine. Yeah.
94 and a half.
Like the last time, I'm going to skip right through this, okay? So, John, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the guys, okay? You can take a second. You can observe, and you can make your choices, okay? So the first fight, of course, is not going to be well-known fighters. I mean, it's just not going to happen. Both have very good records. And here are their stats over here, Johnny. We have a Brazilian. We have a USA. We have 13-4-0. We have 14-5-0. I'm going to call them, let's see. Was it Pepe? What's this guy's last name from Brazil? Pepe?
I love how his nickname is his last name. I love that. He real original.
What do you want? Like, hey, Chris, what do you want your nickname? Call me Chris.
Yes. The other guy's got a good one. El Cuche.
Yeah. It's kind of hard not to root for that guy, right? The Cuchoy. All right, so we're going to go through the stats real quick. We got bleach blonde, Pepe. It's got to be Pepe, right? Pepe? I guess Pepe.
Hey, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. All right, Pepe versus El Cuchoy. Cuchoy. Maybe it is Cucci. I don't know. We're going to call him L. How about that? Like 11. We're going to call him L. Okay, so we got one.
We can call him Mike since that's the most normal part of his name.
So they're virtually similar. What do you think, Johnny? Who you got on this one? I'll jot it down for you.
I'll go with El Cuche because I really don't know either of these fighters, and I like his name better.
All right, that's fair enough. That's here on the MMA holes. We don't need facts. We just need picks. No. That's it. Okay, we're gonna go to the next fight. Santos versus Zabri. We've seen this guy, Spicily. I've seen him before. I haven't seen.
We saw both.
Jesus Christ! What's with the Thor hammer on this guy's chest? You see this thing? Holy crap!
Maybe he's another soldier of God.
Wow. I might have to. I don't know. That's. Woof. Jesus, look at that son of a bitch. Well, anyway, okay. 13-4-0 from Brazil, 8-2-0 from USA. It's 62%. Ooh, heavy over here. 25.
I got a little bit of a gut, huh?
Thiago? Oh, Thiago Santos.
No. Yeah,
What's that?
You know him.
Yeah, I do know him.
Spicely's got a gut.
What's that?
Spicely's got a gut.
Well, yeah, he's got that little pouch on the bottom, like that. You know, it's the toughest part to get rid of. He does have that going on. We've seen him fight a bunch of times. Another situation. Well, the thing that jumps out is the reach over here, the 3-inch advantage.
The reach, yeah.
That is a pretty big. I know he's got the height, but that really doesn't really matter. And leg reach is only an inch. And there's other stats. You got a high percentage KO, which is always nice. What do you think, Johnny? Who you got in this one?
I'm going to go with Santos. I've seen them both fight. I think he's going to win that fight.
All right, Santos. We got a Santos pick. Okay. Now. He doesn't look like a...
This is an interesting one.
Is the ginger, Paul Felder, who actually lost... He lost like 2 in a row, right? Paul Felder?
Did he? I thought he won 2 fights ago. I know he lost his last fight. I'm pretty sure.
I think he lost 2 in a row. Let's double check. I'm almost positive it was 2 in a row. I could be wrong. I usually am. Yeah.
He won his last 2 fights.
Wait, hold on.
He won his last 2 fights.
Hold on. But why isn't it? Well, I thought he lost his fight. Oh, he did lose it. Yeah.
It's it.
Wow, he lost. When were these fights? I'm all over the place right now. I could have sworn this guy lost his last 2 fights. I guess not. Didn't he?
No, I think you remember these 2. That's why.
Barboza and Pearson. Yeah. Holy crap.
You remember those fights, but he fought after that.
Wow, I had a complete brain fart. Yeah, these are the 2 I remembered. So he's on a 2-fight win streak. Like it. Okay.
I thought he won his last fight. I remember seeing the last fight, the Berkman one. I thought he won that one.
Yep, you are correct. So we got Francisco Trinaldo versus Paul Felder, both known guys. We have the Brazilian versus the USA. What do you think on this one?
This is a tough one because these Brazilians with that damn jiu-jitsu. But I'm going to go with the Irish Dragon. I'm going American on this one just because I want to see this kid win his 3rd straight.
All righty. Mr. Felder for his 3rd win in a row. Okay, now we got a difficult one. We got number 11 versus number 15. Roy, Big Country, Nelson versus Antonio Bigfoot Silva. We have some interesting stats on this one. KO, TKO. Wow. I mean, look at this. Bigfoot's got major TKO percentage there. KO.
Oh, yeah.
Major. I guess, you count Strikeforce as well, too, in the mix.
Have they ever fought, these 2 guys?
Not that I remember. No. Mark Hunt, who is very similar to Roy Nelson, fought Bigfoot.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm just saying, I feel like these 2, they've been around a while. You would have thought they were fought already.
No, I think this is the first encounter with these 2. I'm almost positive that this is the first encounter. But we can check the tape. Let's check it out.
You're probably right. I just can't see how these 2 just managed to not fight each other is beyond me.
Let's see. Roy Nelson's been around forever, so it would be tough. But let's see. We're looking through. Yeah, I don't think they did. And yeah,
I don't see it anyway.
That's another thing too, because what's it called? I should have went to Bigfoot's first because he has a shorter UFC career. But Bigfoot was a gem in Strikeforce. He definitely was a gem. Okay, John, let's look at the stats. We got 22, 13-0, 19, 9-0. Really means nothing because I feel like they're both in the same part of their career right now. 64%, 79%. They're over 50% in striking. Subs. Nelson's got a little bit of an edge there, but here we go. The height I mean, I'm usually not into that, but this leads into the reach. The reach, 72 inches.
Which is ridiculous.
Big reach advantage for Antonio Silva. Wow.
What? How is this possible? Yeah, you see the leg reach? How is that physically possible?
That is freaking bizarre. This is bizarro land right here.
I could never in a million years think of a guy that tall and that much of a reach, you know, and he's fucking got short legs.
That really is weird. Yeah, that's there's got to be something. Hold on. There has got to be something wrong with that stuff. There's got to be something wrong.
Well, there's got to be something seriously wrong with Bigfoot that he's got no legs.
How is that? Yeah, that can't be right. I mean, you got this much of a freaking reach.
He's also 6'6", dude. It's not like you're talking about. I mean,
that's insane.
You can't have short leg that short of legs when he's got 4 inches on the guy and his legs are shorter. How the fuck is that possible?
Yeah, that's a wild one. Like Flo Rida said, it's a wild one. All right, calm down, John. Calm down.
I'm gonna go Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
I kind of feel I'm gonna go to. It's just I don't think either of these guys are impressive lately.
Nah, yeah.
I say Bigfoot.
I concur.
I'll give him home court advantage.
Okay, we have another interesting one here. We got Barao. We got Nova. We have back at 145. Oh, actually, no, wait. 145. I'm sorry.
No, this is
135, right?
135. He's fighting at 145.
Yeah, so he's still at 145, I should say. Okay, so I guess he found.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He lost his fight at 145, right? He's had one at 145 and lost.
But Barao did lose one, but I think he won one as well. But let's check. That's why we check, because we can't remember everybody. So he has a loss. I know 2 losses. Oh no, Dillashaw. Wait. Yeah, no, he only has only one at 145. Okay, yeah, so that is a loss. I thought he had 2 for.
Yeah, because he went up after the Dillashaw fight, and he's only lost. He lost his 1 fight now. He was listen. The guy was always bigger than everybody at 135, so he's got to be fighting at 145. It's got to be his normal. Yeah,
he's like
weight range, right?
2 weight classes lower than McGregor. He did his 135 damage, and he did it way longer than McGregor, and then jumped into 145 where he belongs. What do you think? What do you think on this one? We got 35, 4-0, very impressive. 12, 6-1, but don't sleep on this guy. He's pretty good. We have KO, TKO. Okay, so we got a submission. We got a game here that might be a ground game. Might be one of them things. 145, 145, that doesn't matter. Reach, you got a reach on this side. Leg reach, the same. I feel with this fight, I know Barao's got the edge, but I feel this might be a pretty even fight. What do you think on this one?
I agree with you. I think it's an even fight, but I'm going to go Barao because I feel like he's kind of fighting for his career. Like, he doesn't, he can't go back. He's too slow, as you can see, at 135. I mean, he couldn't even keep up with Dillashaw. And Cruz is faster than Dillashaw. So he ain't going back down there. And I feel like, if he loses this fight, what's he going to do? 145, he'll lose the first 2 fights there. Spot. He's not going down. And if you lose your first 2 fights at 145, where does it leave you career-wise?
Yeah, I think
that puts his back against the wall.
I think he has a little leeway just because the guy's held onto the belt for as long as he did and was at one point like the pound-for-pound best. So I think he got a little bit of leverage just for a little bit. But if he just keeps on losing, then, something has to be done. So what do you got? You got Barao on that one? Okay.
I'm going to take Barao, yeah.
Barao. Okay. And we go to the main event of the evening. We have Chris Cyborg versus Lena Landsberg at a 140 specialty. How funny is this as the headliner?
I think she's just that popular in Brazil. I just can't, I think people want to see this Berg fight. And the problem is, I think she's going to fucking mutilate this girl. When they stood next to each other at the fucking, the stair, whatever you want to call it, the fucking, the thing the other day, I mean, Cyborg was like fucking, like, huge compared to her. Like, huge. Like, I can't see her doing anything to her. She's not going to strike with her. And I don't know if she's big enough to get into the ground.
It's tough. It's tough to argue. I mean, Cyborg is a freaking beast. I mean, if you look
when they stood next to each other, I'm like, this girl can't stand a chance. Like, like I don't know. The way Cyborg fights, I don't see this girl banging with her, and I think it's going to get real ugly real quick.
All right, so we're saying, I'm assuming, I mean, if we run through this quick, I mean, there's not really much to see here. Cyborg is a legitimate crazy biatch. And this girl, Lena Landsberg, I mean, she's a good fighter, but does she have enough to take on the Borg? We will find out.
She has no arms at all. It's going to be a disadvantage.
So, yeah, I was just going to get to that. She do go down.
No legs or arms. She's actually fucked up.
She's got 0 ground game, and she's an amputee. So
yes.
So
that's the problem right there. She got 0 ground game against the best striker in the world for women. Good night.
I mean, you can't argue that. You can't argue it. That was one of the points I was going to make. You just can't fight an amputee. You can't fight a nub. So Johnny's got Cyborg. Johnny's got
yes,
Cyborg.
absolutely.
All right, so we got the picks. We're going to go down real quick. We got, okay, let's start from the beginning. We got El Kukui. We got, or El Kukui, maybe. That's probably what it is. El Kukui. That's probably how you say it. Okay, we got Santos. We have Felder. We have, hold on, Silva. We have Barao. And we have Chris Cyborg. Okay. I love how Chris Cyborg's last name is Cyborg.
Yeah,
like, is that her
that's not her real last name.
Is that Chris Cyborg? I wonder if that says that on her birth certificate. Okay, I'm gonna run through my.
No,
What's that?
They've said her last name before. It's not Cyborg. I don't know why the fuck it's up there.
No. It's just funny that it says that. Chris. It's like her nickname is so important. They're just gonna legally change her name to Cyborg. Okay, I'm gonna run through my picks real quick. Here we go. I got the same thing, Johnny. I got Kukui. I have him. I think that, I don't know, the blonde hair, that just doesn't do it for me. So, see you later, Peppy. See you later. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. Johnny, I screwed up.
What happened?
In my hand is my list. I actually made my picks before, and I read it wrong. I have the blonde hair. I have the blonde hair. So I'm gonna go back to the list again. Let's change it. Let's change it up. I'm going for NSYNC over here. From Brazil, I'm going for Pepe. I'm going for him. I just like his tattoos better. That's basically what I had. So we're gonna go to the next one. I did not see the Thor hammer until we started discussing fights with you. And it makes me upset that I didn't pick Santos, but I'm not going to pick Santos. I know he's a ranked guy, and he's probably going to mutilate Eric, the dad bod, spicily.
He absolutely's got dad bod.
I picked spicily, so I'm going to stay with it. I don't want to change my picks because I know what's going to happen if I do that. So I'm going with dad bod. We're going to Felder, and I'm not even going to say Trinaldo, but I just said it. I'm picking Felder just because he's my boy. So Johnny, we're the same on that. I'm going on this one, Nelson Silva. I'm actually going for country. I think countries do. I know Silva's do too.
I accept that just because I told you this is a fucking crapshoot. I just went with the fact that Silva's fighting in Brazil. Maybe he's got a little juice, but whoever, this is such a pick'em fight. It really is. There's nobody either guy you pick.
It's virtually the same. It really is virtually the same. The only thing is you look at the reach, you look at the height, you look at that stuff. I look at Silva's chin, and I've seen Silva get popped, and Nelson's
we've all seen that.
So that's what I did. I went with Roy. But this one over here is a no-brainer for me, Barao. Went with the Barao. I know Nova is supposedly a decent fighter and everything like that, and he's got great hairy legs. But I'm going with the guy with the smoother legs. I'm going for Renan Barao. Okay, we're gonna go to the last fight, and I picked the same thing. I mean, it's not even a thought. I didn't even have to think about it. I looked at the left side of the screen. You see Chris Cyborg. I went with the Borg. I went with the head. I went with the muscles. I went with Chris Cyborg fighting her last fight at 140. That's my prediction. This will be her last.
Agreed.
She's not getting a super fight. I don't see it happening. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. She's going to go back to 145 in her little league, hold on to that belt until something pops up, you know. But I don't.
Right.
Why?
But the reason I agree with you, no super fight, is I just don't. I think Rousey's got way too many fish to fry at 135 at this point. That she's not going to just jump into a super fight. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. No way. No
I think
way.
Look, to get her belt back, and I think it's a little payback for. I think she's going to want Holly Holm, and I think she's going to even. I got to be honest with you, if she beats Holm, I think she's going to want Tate again. Just destroy these two girls to get her legacy back. That's my opinion.
I absolutely concur on that one. I think, yeah, go back to your weight class, do your damage. And who knows, maybe someone will fall in your lap. Maybe Misha Tate, like down the road, would be like, let's just do it at a catch weight. You know, if it's going to happen, it's going to be a Misha Tate. That's probably the only way.
Yeah, agreed. I do want to bring up one name before we sign off.
Yeah.
Junior Dos Santos. Where'd this guy go? Where'd he go?
His last
I thought his way back into the name, start getting some fights, and
Junior Dos Santos was his last fight.
Rothwell, right?
Junior Dos Santos.
He
Yes.
fought the guy.
I keep thinking of the one where they stopped it a little short against
when Overeem knocked him out, right?
That's who it was. Yeah, I keep thinking about that one. But yeah, he did fight again. He did win. I think he won by decision, right?
Yeah, it was a boring fight, but I thought him beating Rothwell, and let's be honest, the Overeem fight was a quick stop too. I believe that was Herb Dean also.
Herb, early stop Dean. Or Herb, I'm going to wait until the last second to stop it. We can't get a healthy medium with this guy. I used to like the guy, but man, it's to the point where it's like, dude, enough's enough. You're killing me. And now they have like all these. But then again, when you ref so many fights, they're going to have a highlight reel of mistakes. I'll give you.
Oh, absolutely.
But
the problem is it's always like that fight and the freaking fight, the whole fight. I mean, you're talking, you got it. But he let Weidman get his fucking head bashed in by Rockhold for 40 seconds without calling that fight.
Crazy. That fight. And then, as a fan, you're excited. You're like, okay, maybe he's going to come back. But when he came back with third rounds after that was the second round where he got beat up, right? Weidman?
Yeah, second round. Yeah, second round. He was done after that beating, though. You knew that. He got his head smashed in for fucking 40 seconds. You can't come back from that. It's
a good fight. Rewatching it was actually a fun fight. But, yeah, it should have been stopped. He let it go a little bit too long on that one, and he caught even more of a beating. I think the Tim Kennedy, we didn't even talk about. You know what? We'll talk about UFC 205 next time. But
we're probably going to have to talk about the Bisping one first, right?
The Bisping is going to be good. That's going to be fun. I'm pumped up about that. Tim Kennedy versus Rashad Evans. Rashad Evans is going to catch the only beating. Tim Kennedy is going to kill him. But I'm excited to see Kennedy come back because this guy, after that Soldier of God fight, kind of got the roar, got the shaft on that one. On that weird.
That's the one where the Soldier of God was like passed out on the side and he sat there for a couple minutes, right?
Yeah, he just got like a second win, but it took way too long and came back and finished Kennedy. But Kennedy had
coming up because there's another fight night next week.
Yeah, we have so much MMA to talk about. John, we are an hour and 45 minutes into this magnificent, long, super long weekly show. I'm so proud of us.
Yes, and I'm wondering what happened to Jay. He didn't even say goodbye, bastard.
He definitely murdered somebody. Someone got killed.
There's a good chance.
The way he left the broadcast and said, "I'll be right back." Someone's getting killed. Someone's getting killed. Let's hope everyone's all right. So,
no, I think he came back after that, and then he signed off, and we never seen him again.
He came in.
That's why I think he fell.
He did some damage, and he was like, "Oh, he just left. Just left us." But so with that being said, Dos Santos, I would like to see him come back. Yeah, I don't know what happened with him. I'm excited about Kane. I think Kane is a rejuvenated version of himself now. I think he's ready for the party. And he's got his boys with Rockhold and Cormier, up there. I think he wants to hang with those guys, They're floating around up top. He's floating around on top. I think they all want to try to go for the trifecta with the belts again. So I think they're all pushing each other, and it'd be fun to watch Kane get back into the ring. Kane Miocic.
I really think you're going to see Kane soon. I agree with you. I think it's going to be they're going to give him Miocic, and it's going to be either that December fight early or the late December fight.
Yeah.
So either the Alvarez card, which is to me is inevitable, or the Rousey card, if that happens.
Yeah, that's going to be good. I think by next week we're going to have a better hold on the UFC 205 card. So that's going to be fun to talk about. You know, whenever that press conference happens and that announcement, I think that's going to be a blast to talk about.
Well, honestly, they got to get a main event soon because tickets go on sale September 30th. I mean, you got to have a main event before the friggin' the tickets go on sale, right? I mean, that's as much as it's New York and everybody wants to go, you still got to have a main event scheduled before you start selling tickets.
There's two things I can't wait for. One, when Dana White retires and stops doing what he does and writes the book, the tell-all book, to tell us what the hell happened behind closed doors. And the second thing is when McGregor writes the book, because there is so much stuff going on behind the scenes. I'm dying to find out.
Oh, absolutely.
Which Chael Sonnen said too. They asked him if they left off on bad terms, and he goes, Dana White's a shark. And that's how he left it. He didn't want to say if it was bad or good, but you could tell it was a bad conversation that they had. And he just is like, he just knows what he's doing. He's a shark. So he was probably heated, and he's a strict businessman. And I'm sure the things behind the scenes, probably blowouts and tables flipping and stuff like that. It's got to be some good stuff.
Well, I've always told you this, and whether you agree with me or not, Dana White is just the Vince McMahon of the UFC. As much as it's real, he wants to be the top dog. And as much as, you know, it's nice to be the president and the top dog, I think him and McGregor will always be, you know, oil and water. He does not want McGregor becoming the Hulk Hogan of the UFC, where he's, you know, it took them years to erase Hulk Hogan's legacy. He doesn't want that. He wants to keep him in check. And if he can't keep him in check, I think McGregor's going to wind up out of the UFC. Because McGregor calls his own shots. I don't know how long it's going to happen.
Who leaves first? Does Dana White leave the UFC and ride off on his horse, or does Conor McGregor ride off? Or do they leave together?
But not. I don't think he's going to get thrown out. I don't think he's going to leave the fight. I think McGregor's going to leave once he's to the point where I'm going to just go make money without having to throw punches.
Yeah. He said, you know, he's going to retire young, and his coaches are saying maybe a year and a half, 2 years, and that's it. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting. And
I say once he's to that point, he could be like The Rock, basically. You want to give him a good example? He's going to get himself to where he's doing movies. You know, I don't think he's as popular as, I don't know if he's ready to be like a movie star yet, but I think that's where he's looking at. He's like, I'm going to make my money. I'm going to get my legacy to the point where I'm going to just jump ship and make my money without having to get my brains beaten. Smart as hell. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be sad to see him go, but I think a lot of it's going to be, I don't want to get my head killed. I don't want to be a vegetable going into my later years.
He's like I'm going to miss that, like the M.
Yeah.
Thinking and all that. But it's going to be, there's so many like storylines, and there's going to be so many cool things that are going to be popping up that I'm looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to. Sorry, I was looking at some of the things with the Hangouts. There you are. Hi, John. It was stuck on me for a while. Talking, and now it's stuck on you. We're stuck on each other.
Yeah, because you're on my screen. I'm not. You know, obviously, I'm not. So
yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's gonna wrap it up. We're gonna get Jay's picks in. I would like to get those in. Maybe I'll put them on the Facebook page. When Jay makes the picks, we'll put Jason's picks, and then we'll have a Facebook list of Jason's picks. And like I said, instead of saying I'm gonna go M. That's my McGregor.
Yeah, hopefully we can get something going Saturday. If not, we'll recap it next Wednesday.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a quick. I'm gonna chime in whether it's gonna be on Hangouts or it's gonna be on YouTube or it's gonna be on Facebook. I would follow us on Facebook. I would drop a comment down below. I would drop a thumbs up on our videos, And I would keep engaged, man. Keep talking to us. Ask any questions. If there's any topics you want to talk about, let us know. And we have our picks in. We're going to get a couple more picks in. And then at the end of the year, we'll have the picks champion. And we'll do a little dance. A little jig.
And we're definitely going to try to get you guys whatever news we get as fast as possible on the Facebook page. So who's ever watching, whatever we find out, we're going to make sure everybody else can find out.
That's right. Facebook, MMA-HOLES. Like our page and get the latest on what's going on. We scour the internet and we look. We find all the stories. We drop them first for you. The latest. So, John, you have any final thoughts? Any you want before we go?
That's it, my brother. I will catch up to you this weekend.
All right. So good chat. Thank you, John, for joining us. I want to thank Jay for joining us. I want to thank Christine for popping in. She did a great job too, ruining my warning thing. Not happy about that, but it's all right. That'll be fixed. I'll fix that up. Thank you guys for watching. And with that being said, we love you. Long time. Listen to my music. You guys hear my music? I don't like this song. Let's end in a better song. Let's see. Let's try this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So we are the MMA-HOLES. Check in with us. We do live broadcasts during fights. We do weekly broadcasts. We're going to do it every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Come in, say hello, chat away. Any questions, any remarks, making jokes, let us know. We'd like to hear everything from you guys. Good, bad, ugly, everything. My name is Chris. I'm going to bounce right now. I'm going to leave because I got other things to do. And talk, I can't talk all night. I just don't have time for that. Sheesh. Thanks, guys. Thumbs up, subscribe, and always remember, be an MMA-hole. Thanks.